Welcome back to SBJ Academy. Today we are going to study how to file ITR4. The ITR4 related to small businessmen and professionals. Small businessman means sales or professional income up to rupees 1 crore. They can use ITR4. Already we have uploaded how to file ITR1. ITR1 related to salary income pupils. So kindly watch that video. You can easily understand how to file ITR1 on the income tax portal. Now we are on the income tax portal. The URL is incometaxindia e-filing.gov.in. This is the interface, and here we can see three options: register yourself, login here, and forward password, reset password. If the assessee is a new person, he is not registered with the income tax department, we can register them to the portal by using their PAN number and other details. So here select the user type, whether it is individual, HUF, chartered accountants, tax deductor or collector, third party utility provider. Here we are using individual. Then continue. First of all, it is asking for the PAN number, surname, middle name, first name, date of birth and residential status. Then click on continue. The only problem is the name. The name, the surname, middle name, first name should be matched with the database of income tax department. Otherwise, it will show it's not matching. Then click on continue. You can create a password. By using that password, we can log into the portal. That is for a new user. If it's a registered user, click on login here. Now it is asking the username and password. After user ID and password, enter the captcha. Click on login. Now we log into the portal, and it is showing the menus: dashboard, my account, e-file, e-processing, e-nivaran, and our profile, everything. From the profile, we can update the email ID, mobile number, password and everything. Now the timer is started. Only 14 minutes are remaining. If it is idle for 14 minutes, it will be log out from the site. Again we have to log in. Before going to file, we have to check our 26AS. It is available on the My Account. Click on My Account. The first one is View Form 26AS. Click on that one. It is redirecting to the another site. Click on Confirm. Now it is redirected to the Traces website. Here we can see two options: View Tax Credit Form 26AS, E-Verified Service on Traces. Click on the first option, View Tax Credit Form 26AS. Now we have to select the assessment year 2021. The view type as HTML. Click on View or Download. Now the 26AS is opened for the assessment year 2020-21. These are all the sections of 26AS. Part A, details of the tax deducted at source. Here we can see if any deductor has deducted TDS from their payment. While they are uploading the TDS return, it will reflect here TDS amount and its respective amount. And whether we have filed any 15G or 15H, that will also come here. And all the details of TDS, TCS, 15H, advance tax, self-assessment tax, everything will be reflected in 26AS. Click on Export as PDF. Now the form 26AS has been exported as PDF. Now the PDF downloaded. Keep this 26AS for future reference. Now close the portal, Traces portal. Again come back. Here we can go to the next option, e-file. By using this e-file menu, we can upload our income tax return. In the e-file, it is showing income tax return. Click on income tax return. It is showing the assessment year. Select the assessment year. select the ITR form. Now we are going to upload ITR form, so select ITR form. The filing type, whether it is original or revised, and the submission mode. We have two modes of submission. One is prepare and submit online, and the second one is we can use the Excel utility and convert the Excel utility to the XML. That XML we can upload here. If you are selecting prepare and submit online, now it is showing some information. One is PAN, name, date of birth and everything, address, Aadhaar number, mobile number, TDS, TCS details as per 26 AS. So all these, it is an information only. All these details we have to keep in hand before preparing the return. All pre-validated bank accounts and everything showing. Here I am using the upload XML option. So in order to prepare the XML file, we have to use the Excel utility for preparing the return. That Excel utility can be downloaded from the download section. Click on the downloads. Here it is showing all the previous assessment years, and from the select the respective assessment year, we can download the concerned form of that assessment year. We are going to file the ITR of 2020-21 annual year. So select 2021. All ITR form, ITR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 ITR forms are shown. These 7 ITR form in two versions, in Microsoft Excel and Java version. Here download our form ITR for Excel utility. Click on Excel utility. The Excel file downloaded. This is the form number ITR for Sugam for the assessment year 2020-21. All the green fields we have to fill. First of all, it is asking the first name, middle name and the last name. Give the name details, then PAN number, flat, door or block number, name of the premises, then status. Status we can select from the drop down list, individual, HUF or firm. Here the status is individual, select the individual. The road, street, post office, area or locality, date of birth. Date of birth as mentioned in the PAN card. Then district, state. It is all the states are given by code. Select the state. When the state is selected, the country will be automatically fetched. Then the PIN code, email ID, mobile number. All these are personal data. Here we have to give the Aadhaar number. If the Aadhaar number is not available, we can enter the enrollment ID. Here it is asking the nature of employment. Click on drop down, central government, state government, public sector undertaking, pensioners, others, not applicable. Here we can select the others. And the next question is filed under section. Click on drop down, whether it is on or before the due date or after due date or a revised return or after continuation of delay. Here we are filing the return as per section 139(1), on or before due date, so select that option. Again come down. Here it is asking for, are you filing return of income under 7th proviso to section 139(1), but otherwise not required to furnish return of income. If you are selecting yes for some questions, that is, have you deposited amount or aggregate of amount exceeding rupees 1 crore in one or more current account during the previous year? The second is, are you incurred expenditure of an amount or aggregate of amount exceeding rupees 2 lakhs for travel to a foreign country, for yourself or for any other person? Have you incurred expenditure of amount or aggregate amount exceeding rupees 1 lakh on consumption of electricity? If anything applicable to the assessee, please select yes or no. If nothing is applicable, we can select no. So the option no selected. Now all the questions are removed. Whether this return being filed by the representative assessee or by self. Here we are filing by self, so we can select no. If it is filed by a representative assessee, we can click on yes. Then it will ask for the name of the representative, capacity of representative assessee, and address of the representative, everything. Now all the personal data related to the assessee we have completed. Coming to the part B, it is about gross total income. Under part B, the first one it is showing income from business and profession. So here we have no option to enter the business income. A separate tab is given for the business income, that is BP, business or profession. Click on business or profession. Under this tab, we can give all the details of the income. Under BP tab, you have to provide the first details are computation of presumptive business income under section 44AD. If the assessee is doing a business, we have to give the details of the business and gross turnover or receipts, everything here. So the name of the business code, and a description box, we have to give a small description of the business. The second is asking for the computation of presumptive income from profession under section 44 ADA. Now this assessee is a information technology developer, so he is doing a profession. So I am filling the data here, the name of the business and the business code. Business code is, so many business codes are given. Open the drop down list, we can see so many business codes. From this business code, we have to select the appropriate business code. Here I am selecting 14005 other IT enabled services, and we have to give a small description of the business. After completing these details, come to the next part, gross receipts. So from here onwards, we have to submit some financial data. So it is better to prepare a financial statement before going to fill these data. So I have already prepared a financial statement. This is the profit and loss account, and all income and all the expenditure, net profit, everything is shown. It is very easy to fill the ITR form if we have financial statements ready with us. In the profit and loss account, on the credit side, it is showing the total income. That total income we can take to here. It is here asking gross receipts. So I have entered the gross receipts here. The next one, it is showing presumptive income under section 44 ADA. 50% of E3. E3 means gross receipts. If you are selecting 44 ADA, we have to show not less than 50% of the gross receipt as the net income or net profit. Go to the profit and loss account. The profit and loss account is showing 7,30,856 as the net profit. That is greater than 50% of the gross receipt. Come down. Computation of presumptive income from goods carriers under section 44A. This is for transport operators. Section 44A. Here it is asking information regarding turnover or gross receipts reported for GST. If we have GST and we are filing the GST returns, we have to give the GST number and annual value of outward supplies as per the GST return filed. Go to all the GST return, take the annual value of outward supply, put that figure here. Again coming to the next part, financial particulars of the business. These particulars we can get from the financial statements already prepared. Go to balance sheets. All the assets, liabilities and capital are shown. From these details, we can fill all the data to the IT return. First, it is asking partners or members' own capital, secured loan, unsecured loan, advances, sundry creditors, other liabilities, total. Go to the asset side, fixed assets, inventories, sundry debtors, the banks, cash in hand, loans and advances, other assets, then total. Now all the data is filled. The liabilities and assets are equal. After completing each tab, click on the Validate tab. If we have omitted anything in the data form, it will highlight we have omitted that field, so we can enter that omitted field. Now BP field is completed. Again come back to the income details. Now here the income from the BP tab taken, and in the income details it is asking for the salary details. If the assessee have any salary income, we can enter the salary details and all the exempted allowance and everything. These data will be available from form 16. So if you have a salary income, collect form 16 or the details of the salary. Next, it is showing type of house property. So here we have to enter the income from house property. First of all, type of house property, whether it is self-occupied or let out. Select here, in this case it is self-occupied property, so I selected self-occupied. Here we can enter the deductions. Some deductions are allowed from house property. That is, first of all, it is interest on borrowed capital. If the assessee have housing loan, the interest component is deductible, so we can enter the total interest here. The maximum limit allowed is 2 lakhs only for the self-occupied property. Coming down, income from other sources. If the assessee have income from any other sources, that we can enter. Here the assessee have interest from savings account, that also we have to include to other income. So open the, we can see options: interest from savings account, interest from deposit account, interest from income tax refund, family pension, any other. Here select interest from savings account and enter the amount. Now we have completed the business income, other income and deductions from house property. Here it is showing gross total income. Now it is coming to 5,30,856. Have made any investment or deposit or payment between 1/4/2020 to 31st July 2020 for the purpose of claiming any reduction under Part B of Chapter 6A. If we have made any investment after 31st March, that is from April to 31st July 2020, that also we can claim as a reduction under Section 80C. Here the deduction part. First, it is asking the 80C deductions. Under 80C deduction, we can claim LIC premium, principal component of the housing loan, provident fund, public provident fund, adult pension yojana, and everything we can claim under Section 80C. So take the total of all these to 80C column. It is coming to 1,18,020. After that, so many deductions it is showing. Complete the respective column and collect the documentary evidence. Here 80D, that is health insurance premium. The health insurance premium details we can't enter here. A separate tab is given for the health insurance premium. It is 80D. Click on 80D. Whether you or any of your family member is a senior citizen. No. Again asking whether any one of your parents is a senior citizen. If the parents are senior citizen, click on yes. After completing this, if we have any insurance premium, that we can enter here. After entering the data, click on validate. Sheet 80D is okay. Again, come back to the income details. We can fill the relevant data here. Here, section 80 TTA applicable to us because already we have shown under income from other sources the interest on from savings bank account that we have already considered as income. Here we can claim that amount as deduction under section 80 TTA. So enter the amount here. After completing all the deductions of chapter 6A, the taxable income showing here. The taxable income is coming to 4,12,520. The tax payable on total income is 8,126. Rebate under section 87A 8,126. So the total taxable income of the assessee is up to 5 lakhs. We can get a rebate under section 87A rupees 12,500. So up to 12,500 no need to pay tax. That is allowed as a rebate. Here the total income is less than 5 lakhs. So the tax liability is coming to 8126. That tax liability is nullified by the rebate under section 87A. So the assessee have no need to pay tax. All his liability is nullified. Now we completed the income details. Go to the next tab, TDS. If the assessee have any salary income and the employer have deducted TDS from the salary, all that details we have to show here. And if the assessee have any business income subject to TDS, that details we have to show here. And any TCS collected from the assessee, that also we can show here. After completing the tab, we can click on validate. Now it is showing sheet TDS is okay. Here on the IT tab, we have to enter the details of the advance tax paid and self-assessment tax paid. If we have paid any advance tax during the 4 quarters, that advance tax BSR code, date of payment, serial number of challan, amount. And if we paid any self-assessment tax during this year, that means if we have assessed the tax and in this case we got 8,126. If it is not nullified by rebate under section 87A, we have to pay tax rupees 8,126. So we have to remit that 8,126 to the government by using 280 challan. That challan details we have to enter here. Then only we can file IT return. Here nothing is there. So click on validate. This sheet is okay. And any TCS details we can enter here. This is important. This is an important tab, tax paid and verification. Here we can enter exempted income. That means income from agriculture and everything, maximum 5,000. And here it is asking about bank account details. What are the bank account we have available? The IFSC code, name of the bank, and their respective account number we have to fill here. And if we have more than one bank account should be selected as a primary account. That primary account will be used for income tax refund and everything. Coming to the verification part, the name of the assessee, the father or husband daughter name is showing here. Here we have to select a declaration. I further declare that I am making returns in my capacity as. Here we have to select the capacity as self. The PAN number will be auto fetched here. We have to enter the place. Date will be fetched automatically. So we have completed the taxes paid and verification. Click on validate. Tax paid and verification is okay. And go to the 80G part. If we have any donation exempted under section 80G, that we can claim here. Enter the details of the donation. Come to the income details again. Now we have completed all the tabs. Click on calculate tax. Now it is again calculated the tax liability. 8,126 is the liability and it is nullified by tax. After completing all the tax and the tax calculated, click on Generate XML. Now we are going to change the Excel utility to XML format. Click on Save XML. File is converted to XML and the path where it is stored and everything is showing, and it is asking to upload the XML, go to the income tax India e-filing.gov.in, login e-file. Now our file is ready for upload. Go to the income tax portal. Here go to the e-file option. Click on income tax return. Select the assessment year, ITR form number, filing type, whether it is original or revised. Select that one, and the submission mode, whether upload XML or online. Here select the upload option XML. Select one of the below option to verify your income tax return. Aadhaar OTP, EVC using the pre-validated bank account, already generated EVC through my account. I would like to verify later. Here I am selecting I would be like to verify later. Now click on continue. Now we completed the upload. Go to my account, view e-file return forms, select income tax return, click on submit. Now the income tax return filed by us. Click on the acknowledgement number. Here it is showing ITRV acknowledgement and ITR form. Click on ITRV acknowledgement. This is the ITR acknowledgement, ITRV. Keep this ITRV for future purpose. Click on ITR form. Now it is showing ITR form number 4, ITR for Sugam. It have 9 pages. All the data entered by us will be shown here. All the income, deductions, assets, liabilities, everything we have shown. Now keep the hard copy and soft copy of the same. Now we have completed the ITR for e-filing. In the description box, I have given the link of how to file ITR 1. If you really like the class, please like and drop your comments. Kindly subscribe my channel. Don't forget to enable the bell icon. You will get all the notifications on the right time. Please share these videos to others. They also can study the online filing, and so many classes are available in my channel. Go to playlist, all +1, +2 classes are going on. Everybody can study the accountancy very well, and other practical classes of online filing and everything is also have in the playlist. The accountants or who is seeking for the accountant job, they can also study how to e-file, TDS, income tax, GST, ESI, PF and everything. All classes are available. So kindly subscribe my channel, enable the bell icon. We can see you on next video. Bye.